crackle of gunfire and the roar of warplanes shattered the uneasy calm in northwest Syria, signaling the most intense fighting in years. Rebel forces, led by the Islamist militant group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, launched a large-scale offensive this week, capturing swaths of territory from President Bashar al-Assad's forces in Aleppo and Idlib provinces. HTS, supported by allied factions, has seized control of strategic towns and villages, making its most significant territorial gains in years. The rebels captured the critical M5 highway, linking Damascus to Aleppo, and the key M4-M5 interchange near Sarakeb, disrupting government supply lines and delivering a strategic blow to Damascus. The Syrian military, backed by Russia and Iran, condemned the offensive as a large-scale terrorist attack. Although they claim to have inflicted heavy losses on the attackers, the government suffered a severe setback with the death of Brig General Qiyumaz Hashemi, a senior Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander during clashes in Aleppo province. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, SOOR, reported over 180 combatant deaths from the offensive, including 121 rebels and 61 pro-government troops. Civilian casualties have also been high, with at least 19 killed in Russian airstrikes on Atareb and Darat Izza. Additional fatalities were reported from rocket attacks on camps near the Turkish border. This escalation marks the breakdown of the 2019 agreement between Turkey, Russia, and Iran, which had previously frozen conflict lines in Idlib and prevented major government advances. Idlib, a stronghold for opposition forces and radical Islamist factions, has remained volatile, with periodic flare-ups despite the deal. HTS has framed its offensive as a preemptive move to deter aggression by government forces and Iran-backed militias. Analysts, however, view it as a calculated response to Syria's increased focus on the northern territories. Hezbollah, an Assad ally, has been distracted by tensions in Lebanon and its conflict with Israel, leaving Damascus vulnerable in the north. Turkey's backing of opposition factions adds complexity to the conflict. Ankara, which has supported Syrian rebel groups, seems to be signaling its displeasure with Assad's and Russia's actions in the region. Nick Harris of the New Lines Institute suggested that Turkey's actions serve as a warning to limit Damascus's and Moscow's ambitions in Idlib. The humanitarian impact has been devastating, with nearly 7,000 families displaced amid the renewed fighting. Healthcare, education, and other essential services have been severely disrupted. Aid organizations like the International Rescue Committee have warned of a worsening crisis and called for immediate international intervention. Russia's involvement, marked by intensive airstrikes, underscores its steadfast support for Assad's regime. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov condemned the rebel offensive as a violation of Syria's sovereignty and urged Damascus to restore control in the region.
As for the situation around Aleppo, of course, this is an encroachment on Syria's sovereignty in this region, and we advocate that the Syrian authorities quickly restore order in this region.
The latest violence highlights Syria's role as a proxy battleground for regional and global powers. Despite HTS's territorial gains, their ability to hold the captured areas against inevitable government counterattacks remains uncertain, prolonging the region's instability.